Next, I want to dispel this frustrating myth. It's difficult to get to the top, and it's difficult to stay there. Neither is true. Both are lies, yet you were taught to believe that it is hard to make it to the top and it's hard to stay there. I know I said everyone at the top deserves their spot there and that they worked to get there. That's all true, but another truth is that the path to the top is much easier than you might imagine. Making it to the top has more to do with your ability to plan and complete the steps than anything else. The fact is that those at the top never gave up. They never stopped. That's the other truth about why there are so few at the top. It's not that it's so hard to get there. It's that most people give up and stop trying before they get there. It's like an ultra marathon. Many people start off eager and ambitious at the beginning, but how many actually finish? Very few. Most give up before the finish line. They usually give up because they haven't planned well enough and they don't have the endurance. Only the ones who do the required preparation and have the endurance to carry out all of the steps last until the end. Endurance in the game is all about preparation and willingness to do the work. Masters of anything are the ones who have done the prep and never stopped working at it until they have mastered it. In real estate, we call masters top producers. There is one common denominator between all top producers I know and respect, and that is time and effort put in the game. Continually doing all the steps required to earn and keep their spot at the top. They all have extreme endurance. Most people get trapped in real estate's entry lower levels because they never push through. They don't put in the time on a consistent basis or in the right areas over the long term. In my real estate career, all the other top producers I know got there because they never stopped. Like all masters, they started and never stopped. Most people get held back at the lower levels. They give up when facing lower level barriers. The greatest number of barriers are concentrated towards the beginning of your game. When you have systems and processes in place, you start moving through the levels and passing them with greater ease. As you level up, you start leaving barriers behind you, and you face fewer of them. As an agent operating on a higher level of the game, you will experience an easier game. It won't be long before you are able to hire others to help you so that you can further optimize your time. When you get to the top, you will also see that the top is not crowded. For example, if you're in a city like mine, the entire city might have 14,000 agents, but guess what? Normally only about 1% are considered top producers. That's it. So there's only 140. If you operate in one region of the city and your city has 40 regions, how many other top producers are even in that area? At most 4 or 5. Your area's game includes you and less than a handful of other top regions. Not that you are competing against them, you're not. My point is simply that very few people operate at the elite level, putting in the work that makes the difference between you being one of 14,000 agents or one of 4. That's not that hard to get to the top. And it's worth having the endurance to be one of the few who get there. In the beginning, you are with the herd, starting out as an agent. After a couple of years of enduring hard work, you can make it to the top, and you won't see many others around you. It's wild and wildly worth it. Commit in the beginning, put in the work, and keep putting in the work until you claim your spot at the top.